All right, turning now to that big story breaking across the country. We've been talking about Donald Trump's latest criminal case. The former president pled not guilty in a Miami courtroom today.
And right now he is facing dozens of federal criminal charges related to his handling of classified documents and obstruction of justice. Chelsea Jones joins us now live in Miami near the courthouse to break down everything we saw and some things we didn't see today. Chelsea.
So Leslie and Lorenzo, the president, or the ex-president, I should say, is now in the air on the way back to New Jersey. He has officially been processed in a case that we haven't seen before, where a former president is facing federal charges. Well, a senior aide did tell CBS News that initially Trump was angered by this indictment and somber, actually, but now he's confident and defiant. Miami police officers met demonstrators outside the federal courthouse where former President Donald Trump appeared for his arraignment on felony charges.
We want Trump! We want Trump!
Supporters and protesters brought their opinions of the case.
This whole country has been brainwashed.
Sad day in America. It's surreal. Can't believe it.
Inside the courthouse, the former president pleaded not guilty all 37 counts. He is accused of illegally retaining classified documents, storing them at his Mar-a-Lago home, and conspiring to hide them from the government after it subpoenaed him to get them back.
What we are witnessing today is the blatant and unapologetic weaponization of the criminal justice system.
While this is one of several investigations into Trump, this is the first time the Justice Department has brought charges against a former president. In announcing the indictment Friday, special counsel Jack Smith maintained the case is not politically motivated.
We have one set of laws in this country, and they apply to everyone.
Trump, who is the current frontrunner for the Republican presidential nomination, has seen his poll numbers go up since his indictment. So Trump is expected to speak later today at his golf club in Bedminster, New Jersey. That's slated to happen at around 8:15. Guys?
Yeah, Chelsea, I know we got to see a sliver of President Trump walking out after the arraignment today, but you were outside the courthouse. What did you see? What did you hear?
So first, I think it's important to note that the crowd size was not exactly what Miami police and other law enforcement agencies had prepared for. So there were definitely hundreds of both supporters and detractors here with, you know, their signs, their shirts in both support of the ex-president, but also the disdain for these proceedings that are actually happening. Law enforcement tell us that they were prepared to address anywhere between 5,000 people to 50,000, but that's not exactly what we saw here at the courthouse or even outside of his golf club in Doral.
All right, Chelsea, so we know the arraignment is done now. So what happens next for this case? And also we got to talk about Trump's 2024 bid. What happens there as well?
Right, and as we know, he's heading to New Jersey to continue that campaign where he will give the speech later tonight. But it's also important to note that he still has to assemble his legal team. When news of this indictment broke, two of his lawyers did quit. But we do know that while he was here in Doral, CBS News has learned last night he did meet with potential lawyers for that. And as for what's next, I mean, we know, like I said, he'll land in New Jersey. And then we'll see what happens, you know, as this case does continue. But we are adjourned for the day.
Chelsea Jones live there in Miami for us. Thank you so much.